Hang time, moving the plug in the power, ayy. Came with a charge in my alley, ooh. Charge it again like it's credit, your team crowd need to edit, yeah. I see face and get it, hold up, ooh, that's dead, need a minute, need a plan to revive, let's get a shot pressing. They say what I said, they got like 20 moves and like 100 problems. I'm James with a step back, throw that shot up, I don't miss often. No look, I had to boss up, get the post up when it's OT, when I'm home team, need that gold ring.
Up next, the Mavericks.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Let's quickly take a look at the standings out west. This season nearly complete. Let's take a look at Dallas. They're in 7th and looking to hold on to that seed for the playoffs. And, of course, Portland, just a couple spots back.
And when you look at Portland, they've had an interesting season for sure. They're competitive, they're feisty, but they're not a team that's going to dominate for long stretches.
I just think if you're on the other side, Greg, how much are you looking at that team and saying, we're scared of them? So not a lot of fear from the opposition and what they're bringing to the table. They're good, they compete, but do they have that extra gear? I'm not sure.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. We've got Luka Doncic, also Seth Curry out there. Porzingis is out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 4 slot. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3 slot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, you look at the young Luka Doncic. What impresses you the most right now about his game?
Well, Kevin, you just don't see many players his height who can handle and make step-back threes. Also, his confidence. He came into the league never doubting that he could dominate a game. And don't forget about his brilliance as a passer.
Collins, good.
And that's right on the money from Lillard. That's how you finish a possession.
On the wing, Doncic. He's guarded by Nurkic. Fires for 3. That one misses. And it's Portland the other way. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies. And then Lillard slams it in.
Great to see when Melo spots his open teammate. Good at noticing the overcommitment that time.
Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That's foul number 2 for him.
Another whistle, and he's got to be careful with his foul situation.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Kleba's checked in. McCollum, no good. For Dallas, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. And Curry, here we go. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now, here's Lillard. He's coming off a 25-point game against Memphis.
He's passing another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
Finney-Smith. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult. You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Now, here's Lillard. 5 points in the game. Anthony in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Collins, his second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2. Brent, talk about the length of the season. Commissioner Silver is also considering proposals to shrink the season. What do you think?
think it'd be interesting, and I'm not sure financially how the league goes back from an 82-game season and ticket sales and revenue and television and how they kind of unwind what it is they've agreed to. But 70 games to me in terms of the competition, Kevin, in terms of the elevated play of the star players on a nightly basis, the fact that you probably get stars to appear in every game and not be sat out for load management and things like that, I think overall it'd be pretty healthy.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up, GA. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight. Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Here's Lillard after Luka Doncic's bucket. Cullen passes to Collins. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession.
And so far the story on Luka Doncic. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. 4th in assists and ranked among the top 10 in scoring. He can fill it up with the best of them.
And as you said, dropping dimes at a top 5 pace. He's in total command of his team. They look to him for leadership, and he does not disappoint. Catching up on the changes for Portland. Whiteside's checked in for Nurkic. Little comes in for Collins. And it's Simons in for Lillard. 54 seconds left to play in the first quarter. They get it again. Whiteside, deep 2 from Anthony. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Anthony's got 5.
Quick fire on that shot. Melo with the catch and shoot jumper. No defense for that play.
Here's Finney Smith. That shot missing. And the Trailblazers going the other way. This time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
In the NBA, you've got to keep pace. It's a fast track out there, and I thought their lack of hustle defensively was the story of the game.
Now, you can't allow any opponent to shoot that kind of percentage. If you do, it's just going to be so tough to keep up.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The Trailblazers shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
Mavericks trail by 6. Now here's Barea. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Over to the left wing. Down low. Here's Azania. Knocks down the 10-footer.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers in the driver's seat. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court for the Mavericks. White is out there with J.J. Barea. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Kleber in at the power forward.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Outside Hardaway. Now here's Wright. He's guarded closer. Here's Kleber. Hazonia defending. Dallas needs to get off a shot. On deep, Correa. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Trailblazers leading by 12. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Azania. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Lets it go from 11. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Whiteside beats everybody to the ball, but then maybe the wingspan helps out. 7'7". Reach over the top, snatch that.
Marjanovic finds Barea. Dallas moving it around. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. And now, here's Hazonia. He averages about 5 points a game. It's blocked, but they'll get another chance. The kick out to right. On deep. Dallas keeping it alive. A fresh 14. Trailblazers leading by 12. Whiteside dishes to Little. Passes it to Trent. In the corner, it's Whiteside. Out to the right wing. Clock at 6. 13 feet away. Trent gets the bucket. Trent's got his first points of the night.
A great pass by Whiteside, hanging in that play.
You talk about role players with attitude and confidence. Brent, you're talking about Hazonia.
Still so many people intrigued about Hazonia and his ability to play in the NBA. It seems like the situations that he's been in have not been ideal. So an opportunity here in Portland to show how he can fit into a system and how he can consistently perform.
Dallas shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. In player development, Brent, what are some of the primary things that can be taught?
I think in today's game, what a lot of PD coaches are looking at, Kevin, is just decision making, playing out of the pick and roll and coming off into a spot where you're making the correct reads. It's much like, and you cover a lot of football, where you can talk to quarterbacks about their check down. I think you can teach guys how it is that when they come off a screen, what's going to be available to them, and paint pictures for them so that when they're on the floor, they become second nature in terms of their decision making. That can be huge. And then the second thing is always player development, working on confidence in shooting the basketball. You just want guys to feel like whatever shot they're taking, they've got a great chance of making it.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now, Doncic, after the missed three from Damian Lillard. It doesn't go for him.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Good on the shot. And the Trailblazers lead by 16.
Well, CJ, as soon as he gets a step on you, you're pretty much done. Aggressive right there in transition.
Nurkic with the block. And Portland with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run here. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. He's looking for Lillard and finds him. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
Well, he's effective in the catch and shoot dating back to his college days. Lillard has brought that skill to the pros.
McCollum outside. Anthony kicks to Nurkic. Here's McCollum. Again, the Trailblazers good for two.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Mavericks trail by 20. Doncic with it. 38 points for him last game against Denver.
Yeah, but there's always this point, Kevin. You got to look at where did he also impact the game. It was on the rebounding end of the floor. A tremendous performance there.
The shot comes out.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
The putback. Mavericks with the rebound. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets. Drops in the layup for two. Doncic has got 8 points.
Now you can see the defense is so shifted over to where Kristaps Porzingis is that they lose track of the situation, and he burns them with the pass.
And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. A look at the field goal percent. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball followed.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They are in control of this game, up by 18. Thanks for joining us, folks.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Mavericks trail by 18. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3 spot. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read.
And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. Here's Nurkic. It's hauled in by Porzingis.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
And the impact that Porzingis can have on the defensive end, Greg, cannot be overstated.
The reach and leaping ability he has paired with his timing make him a premier rim protector. And what sets him over the top really is that fearlessness. He will challenge anyone and everyone at the rim.
Here's Hardaway. That one doesn't drop. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. They led the game at 1 point by 20. And here's Anthony from the arc. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And Doncic, here we go.
Nurkic seeing an opportunity there to make the impact defensively with the block.
Portland leading by 12. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Dallas. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's DeLon Wright in for Doncic. Three-pointer, Lillard. The Mavericks pull it in.
Well, if they got a favorite play, Kevin, it might be time to break it out. 0 of 4 to start it.
And stolen by Lillard. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And Azania gets it to go. Azania's got his second basket.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
And Whiteside's got the ball here for Portland. They lead by 14. Lillard left side. Outside Anthony. 6 to shoot. Hazonia with the ball. Out guarded by Porzingis. Whiteside. It's good on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 16.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Curry looking around. Over Trent. Dallas no good that time either. Portland leading by 16. Always going up for the alley-oop here.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Back to Kleber. Outside Curry. Little, he's checked in for Portland. And Fernie Simons comes in for Lillard. Trey Burke's checked in for the Mavericks. Five on the clock. Intercepted. They're running. Here's Whiteside. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. Barea comes in for Wright. Brent, offensive versatility all the rage now. Which guards do you think do the best job of generating offense with their back to the basket?
I don't know so much as these guys are playing with their back to the basket, Kevin, so much as they're finding ways to get the ball without a dribble at about 15 feet away from the basket. So one dribble, they're at the rim.
Right.
They're very effective at the mid-range. Chris Paul and DeMar DeRozan have had tremendous efficiency from those areas on the floor. So those are the kind of players that put some pressure on your defense because they're starting their offense so close to the basket, and they're effective with which they do it. Not on the post, not on the perimeter, and they're finding ways to be impactful.
It's good. Marjanovic has got 5 points so far.
And that trip played out perfectly for them.
Lobs it up for Anthony, and it's Anthony with the jam.
Melo has to be in position for plays like that. That time, perfect position.
Here's Barea. Nice shot from the wing. 36 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Porzingis with the steal. Kicks it to Burke. Back to Porzingis. Pass to Burke. Fires the three. Hits the three-point bomb. Trailblazers leading by 14. Throws it up high. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Now the Mavericks moving it up. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. This is his first chance at the line tonight. And that one falls for Burke. Mavericks making a switch here. Burke hits them both. 8 seconds left in the third quarter. McCollum fires from way outside. The long distance three is buried. He's got 9.
It's so hard defensively to stay after McCollum. He can be elusive, and then he can score from anywhere.
And so it's Portland riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the floor for Dallas, we've got Tim Hardaway Jr., Doncic out there with Seth Curry, and there's Porzingis, and it's Finney Smith in at the power forward position. Mavericks trail by 17. Here's Doncic. That one falls. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Simons, the pass to Nurkic. And the layup's good off the glass. Nurkic has got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, Nurkic, with that soft touch, he's starting to cause some problems for the defense.
But they recover it. Doncic finds Porzingis. McCollum against Curry. 6 on the shot clock. No good on the triple.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
The wide open look here for Anthony. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Melo's got it going right now, and he's a threat from way beyond the arc, too. Defense has got to respect that more.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Simons, that falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And the Trailblazers lead by 20. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Hardaway with a wide open look. Buries it from three-point range.
He's got some growing confidence right now in the catch-and-shoot game, Hardaway Jr. Feels like he could score from anywhere.
Anthony left side. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to Doncic. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
McCollum dishes to Carmelo. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
Melo showing some muscle. Impressive right there with that physical finish.
Hardaway passes to Doncic. Hardaway kicks to Doncic. Another 3 for Dallas.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Porzingis kicks to Curry. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And you want more of this from Doncic. He's good at reading shot trajectories. Love his aggressiveness.
A 3 from McCollum. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. Finney-Smith's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Trailblazers.
2 great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Carmelo Anthony.
It felt like there was more than one of him out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And that one hits back iron.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
Nurkic trying to get open, and there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Collins.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
The 3, and the rebound by Nurkic. Here's Simons. Anthony, the pass to Nurkic. Here's Collins. Good, nice job down low.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And you know,
all right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA 2K20 to a close, we take a look back at our favorite moments on NBA.
And just about to get underway as the starting fives. It's NBA basketball on 2K Sports. We're going to break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are. DA, it's all yours.
Well, for the Golden State Warriors, making 5 straight finals appearances took a toll.
DA, they got a lot of pride there, there's no doubt, and rightfully so. Thank you. Inching our way toward the end of the season here in the NBA, Doris, and just how much fatigue after all these games and all these months and practices and travel, how much fatigue are these players feeling, you think, right now?
Well, I think NBA players like to tell us, come March, come April, everybody has bumps and bruises. No one is 100%. What you're hoping to do as an NBA organization is manage the rest that you can possibly give to your guys down the stretch of the season, because the healthier you are going into the postseason, the better off you're going to be.
Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. We've got Tim Hardaway Jr., Doncic out there with Seth Curry, and there's Porzingis, and it's Finney Smith in at the 4 spot. And for the Warriors, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Green is out there with Chris, and it's Wiggins in at the 3 spot. Now, here's Wiggins. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn. Thompson against Curry. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Just leave it at the rim and let the big man do the rest. KP with the nice finish.
Golden State's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. Passes to Green. Golden State moving the ball around. To the inside. Porzingis with the steal. And it's the Mavericks on the break from 11 feet away. Finney Smith can't get it to go. The Warriors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Curry wide open. Mavericks with the rebound. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Doncic against Curry. Ring shot on the way. Porzingis on the follow.
Well, there's reach, there's size, there's wingspan, and there's a knack for understanding where it's coming off. This is a very difficult thing to keep Porzingis off the window.
And he makes that one.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands. We know this about the Dallas Mavericks. They will put every piece of data and information to use in terms of trying to get an advantage. Think about it, guys. They are now doing blood tests, trying to head off injury for their players. They believe this gives them a clearer picture into the overall health of their athletes.
Curry. That shot off. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Coming off that loss against the Nets, and Green gets it to go.
How about the agility and footwork of Draymond Green? Boy, for a big man, he is so good at knifing his way inside.
Back to Curry. Here's Doncic. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And Doris, those blood tests you were talking about, always subject to player permission. They want to honor player privacy.
I think you have to, Kevin, and most of the Mavs have embraced it. These tests have the ability to measure almost 50 biomarkers. As an athlete, you're always trying to stay in peak form. As an organization, you're always trying to manage appropriately their workloads.
And so here is Dallas. And Doncic, here we go. Pass to Curry. Over Thompson. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Boy, at some point you've got to realize there might be a better option standing next to you. This guy has not made one basket in this period.
Now here's Wiggins. He's a solid producer, averaging nearly 22 points a game. Back to Curry, just 5 on the clock. From deep three-point range, no good on the shot. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets. Curry, good.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
The drive by Green, it's good.
There's a competitive edge to Draymond Green's game that makes him willing to try to score it on the interior. That's pretty.
Back to Hardaway. The pass to Curry. Out to Doncic. Back to Curry. Free throw line jump shot. Kept alive.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
And Thompson puts up a deep three, and he hits it to tie the game up. Thompson's got 6 points.
Well, the three-point shot is one of the most dangerous aspects of Klay Thompson's game. Somebody check that man. Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. It's a tie game in San Francisco. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the... Steph Curry talks about the visual drills he does.
It's a cognitive and neurological drill.
The improvement he's made, Greg, in his ball handling has really unlocked his game.
I mean, able to keep his head up as he attacks off the dribble, read the defense, and drills like that can only help.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
On the court for the Mavericks. Burke is out there with J.J. Barea. Then there's Marjanovic. Then it's DeJuan Wright. And it's Kleba in at the 4 slot.
And, you know, you see it every day, but it still doesn't make it any less impressive. The amount of skill that Steph Curry has on the floor, the shooting, the passing, the agility, he has it all.
And for the Warriors, they're shooting well. 50% from the floor. Golden State moving it around. And the basket by Pascal.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Now here's Burke, guarded by Curry. Burke can't get it to go. You could argue Curry is one of the most skilled players of all time.
The shooting alone puts him in the conversation, and very few can match up to just that. Guys like LeBron and Wilt dominate with their size and athleticism, but Curry is an all-time great because of his once-in-a-lifetime skill.
The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Poole, the pass to Curry. Here's Poole. Back to Curry for the 3. And another 3 for Golden State.
I'm not sure there's a more dangerous catch-and-shoot player in the NBA than Steph Curry. If you give him space, look out.
From deep, Barea. And Pascal pulls it down. And there's the slap dunk to finish it off.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Over to the wing. Here's Burke. Off target with his 3.
Boy, it's been a struggle in this quarter, and the team needs more from him. There's no doubt.
To the middle. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession. And a moment now to check out who the Warriors have coming up on their schedule. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks. And then on Monday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
If you ever notice Stephen Curry's vision, his eyes are always looking for opportunities to find his teammates.
Pass to Barea. Can they get it? Dallas again missing.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
If you were coaching, Doris, and you could run your offense through any center in the game, and let's take guys that are playing right now because we can go back in history and the names are in there. Who would you run your offense through at that position?
Probably a guy that the casual NBA fan is not as knowledgeable about as they should be, Kevin, and that's Nikola Jokic. This is a young, early 20-year-old who may be the best passer out of the post position that we've seen in a generation. Jokic is a guy who can handle the ball from three-point territory. He can take it off the window and initiate your offense. They run him like a point center, and it's appropriate because he's unselfish and gifted as a passer.
Gifted, great word to use. You're right. Passes it to Poole. Shot clock at 5. Golden State needs to get off a shot, and there it is for him. Looney's got the lead up to 9 now for the Warriors.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Correa kicks to Burke. And the call, and now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And it's Wiggins with the jam.
Well, Andrew Wiggins, if you allow him to work in space, turn the lights out.
Here's Doncic. 38 points for him last game against Denver. Goes up at the stripe. Here's Porzingis out to Doncic. Hardaway for 3. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Hardaway has got 5 now. And so that brings the first half to a close. Warriors ahead as they end the second.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves. And
we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Mavericks trail by 8. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Wiggins is out there with Draymond Green, and it's Chris in at the center filling out the middle. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in.
There is so much to love about Kristaps Porzingis. Over 7 feet, sweet shooting jumper, but aggression. This guy will back down from no one.
5 to shoot. Thompson from long range. The shot off that time, and it's Dallas the other way. And stolen by Wiggins. On up the court. And Green slams it in.
How easy is it to appreciate the intensity with which Draymond Green plays? Go ahead with power, sir.
And Doris, Porzingis not only quick to adapt to the NBA game, but also the culture.
I think it helps, Kevin, that he got tutored in the English language starting in grade school. And think about it, Kevin. This man wore his hair in cornrows back then, emulating the NBA players he saw. So both linguistically, culturally, and basketball-wise, it wasn't too big an adjustment for him.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. 6-point game. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
It's been their Achilles heel defensively. They just have not been able to control that backboard.
Back to Curry. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists in the game. Mavericks trail by 6. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. And the dunk by Doncic.
This incredible confidence that Luka Doncic possesses, my goodness.
into the paint. It's tipped. Curry dishes to Wiggins. Back to Curry. Pass to Thompson. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Doncic leading the charge. The pass to Porzingis. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
Boy, every time he goes up now, it just looks like the shot's going in. He's perfect from the field in this quarter.
Greg, this season is the first time in the last 4 or 5 years that Golden State will not be the prohibitive favorites to win it all.
I mean, back-to-back devastating injuries in the finals. Kevin Durant departing in free agency with time and help. Will they retake the throne? So we'll just have to wait and see.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
Thompson from long range.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
Here's Doncic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And as Dirk Nowitzki walks off into the sunset, the Mavericks seem to have found their next European superstar in Luka Doncic. The number 3 pick in last year's draft had a rookie season for the ages.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Kleber's checked in.
So being assertive, Wiggins right now calling his own number off the pick and roll action.
Mavericks trail by 3. We've got 1:18 left to play here in the third. Doncic against Thompson. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got his 3rd assist on the night. And Doncic, the EuroLeague MVP, led Real Madrid to a title. EuroLeague Finals MVP, all at the tender age of 19.
Incredibly accomplished. Despite that, slipped a little bit in the draft into the waiting arms of the Mavs, who moved up 2 spots to get him.
There's 42 seconds left here in the third quarter. And he uses the glass on the layup. Doncic has got 8 points.
You cannot let Doncic get established on the interior. This guy feels very comfortable wherever he is on the floor.
To the wing right side. Pass to Wiggins. Here's Pascal, guarded by Wright. Shot clock at 6, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, getting to the line at will nowadays. Wiggins wanting to improve his free throw percentage.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. The first one falls, so both teams changing it up here. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And here is Burke, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Over Curry. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Burke.
And now this game's taken on a whole new feel since halftime.
What energy we're seeing. Something has lit a fire under both of these teams.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. The Warriors on top. 3 tenths quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Golden State. They've led by as many as 11 points. On the floor for Dallas, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Wright is out there with Trey Burke, and it's Hardaway in at the 3, the small forward. The shot by Thompson, no good.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
Hardaway kicks to Burke to take the lead. Knocks down the 3-ball. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
And after only making 35% of their shots in that first half, they are slowly getting into a groove.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks. Seth Curry comes in for DeLon Wright. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. His concern was both their inconsistency and their amount of three-point shots. He said, let's move the ball for good shots. If you have an open three, take it. Otherwise, let's attack the rim and put some pressure on these guys. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
I don't think you can help but admire what Draymond Green brings to the floor on a night-by-night basis. This guy plays with a giant chip, and he wants his teammates to come with him.
Curry passes to Finney-Smith. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work, and it pays dividends.
Porzingis kicks to Kleba. Dallas moving the ball around. Curry deciding where to go with it. Again, the Mavericks score.
Not everything fell for him in that first half, and now it looks like they're beginning to hit their stride.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
I don't know if he's just forcing things, but after one miscue in the first half, he's been a mistake waiting to happen since.
Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys, and they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
And he gets the bucket. Now it's a 7-point Dallas lead.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
On its way from Curry for 2. It's rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis has got 11 rebounds in the game. And the basket by Curry. And the Mavericks lead by 9.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
When you're not in rhythm with the three ball, why do you keep firing from there?
Passes it to Burke. Shot clock at 3. Lets it go from the wing. Off the left rim and out.
A key rebound there, but they can do a little better on the glass here down the stretch.
Got that one up quick. That's 12 points for Klay Thompson.
I don't think there's any such thing as too deep a shot for Klay Thompson. His range extends way beyond that stripe.
Here's Burke. Yes, it is. For that is a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen, Greg, great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here. Klay Thompson calm and cool under pressure. How about the big bucket from Klay?
Here's Curry. Over Thompson. And that one goes long. They get a hand on it. Oh, and here comes Porzingis all alone. And they pick up 2. Porzingis has got 12 points here in the second half.
You know, Kev, I think you can see the strength that Porzingis has been developing over the early part of his career. That progress is showing up on a nightly basis.
Thompson against Curry. And a miss there on the triple.
Listen, that's a look he can hit, but right now he can't throw it in the ocean.
Burke, the pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Burke. Just 5 on the clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Here's Porzingis. Klay Thompson grabs the miss. Warriors trail by 7.
This has reached desperation time for him.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
46 seconds left in the game. Now here's Burke. He's guarded closely. Pass to Porzingis. Back to Burke. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And now it's a 9-point Maverick lead outside Curry. Traps in the tray.
Nobody would want taking that shot more than Steph Curry. What a pressure player.
And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Warriors foul. That's his first personal foul. At the line for Mavericks, Trey Burke. At the line for...
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So it gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. This one just all but in the books.
Yeah, too many points, not enough time.
Curry outside. Curry with another miss. Now here's Burke, covered by Wiggins. Burke kicks to Hardaway. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hot. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
very special episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number 200.
Here's Tatum and slam.
In your face.
You play 2K
all the time.
You act.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And now you have an album. Anything you can't do?
I can't lose to playing you.
So I just got off of your live.
Sure can. All right, DA, thanks. And here's a look at some numbers for Morris.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. We've got Hardaway, Doncic out there with Seth Curry, and there's Porzingis, and it's Finney Smith in at the 4 slot. And for the Clippers, they've got Ivica Zubac. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. And it's Marcus Morris, and it's Leonard in its small forward. We're going to see a lot of offense tonight, Steve. What can either team do to try and gain an advantage in this one?
You know, I think first you got to limit your turnovers. I think you got to rebound the basketball. And I love the teams that can get to the free throw line more than the other.
Curry outside. You can't hit that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
They embrace the challenge as well. They hit big shot after big shot to keep the other team at bay.
Here's Doncic following the basket by Marcus Morris. And Doncic gets it to go.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read.
Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Zubac the pass to George. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
They have really found a rhythm here early. 4 for 5 to start this game.
Now the pass to Finney Smith. Fires from deep. A putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Now, here's Beverly. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Golden State. Zubac finds Beverly. Back to Zubac. To the inside. And it's Beverly missing.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
Hardaway, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Dallas making a switch here. Kleba's checked in. The Clippers have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter.
I mean, those huge hands of Kawhi Leonard give him great control of the ball. Very sparing with his turnovers.
Here's Doncic. That drops and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Doncic has got 5.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
And for Kawhi, he never seems like he's forcing the issue offensively.
I mean, he has studied the post games of Michael Jordan. Being able to score at all 3 levels has made the game easy. With his strength and his turnaround jumper, he can get his shot off with ease.
So for the Clippers, Green comes in for Ivica Zubac. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverley. White is checked in for the Mavericks. That one good for 2.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. It's a 3-point game. Last time they met was in Dallas.
It was a loss last time they faced up against each other. A very tightly contested game that they felt they could have won.
It could have gone either way, but unfortunately for them, they ended up on the losing side of that score.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Green with the rebound. The Clippers have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Morris kicks to Green. Here's George. Can't connect from 14 feet out.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position. You could see the frustration on his face.
Here's Porzingis. Kleber, the pass to right. George against Doncic. Nice spin off the left rim and in. He's got 10.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
And how about the setup? Man, Morris keeping his head up. Beautiful assist.
Clippers have gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. Inside, and George with the stuff.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. So, for the Clippers, Landry Shamet's checked in for Leonard, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Lou Williams. Dallas also making some changes. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Barea comes in for Hardaway, and it's Burke in for Doncic.
And you see Morris aware of his surroundings, getting a good jump down court.
Pass to Burke. Beyond the arc. That shot off the mark. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. Clippers ahead. Up by... Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014.
My inspiration really came from my mother.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and has not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, J.J. Barea is out there with Burke. Then it's DeLon Wright. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Kleber in at the 4 spot. Clippers leading by 7. Down low, it's tipped. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Here's Barea. That one falls coming off Burke's feet. Barea's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first. Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Burke kicks to Barea. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Missed opportunity, wide open from mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Lou Williams won 6th Man of the Year for the 3rd time last season. He joined Kevin McHale and Detlef Schrempf as the only players to win the award in consecutive seasons. And with the most career points ever scored off the bench, maybe they should just name this award after him. Kevin?
David, I'm all for it. Thank you so much. And boy, is he in good company. Shamet finds George. Out to Morris. 3-pointer. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Marjanovic. Barea with a wide open look. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Barea's got 7.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
And that one's good, Shamet.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Now Barea. He's got 7. Pass to Kleba. It's stolen by Green. Now the dish to George. Shoots over Barea. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And that's now 11 points for Marcus Morris.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Well, Steve, a great time of the year. A number of teams battling for playoff position. Is home court advantage as important as it used to be, Steve?
Yeah, I think it is. I still think it comes down, if it's a Game 7, which we all want to see, you want it at home. You want to sleep in your bed. You want to be on your court. And I think it gives you advantage always.
Takes the 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
To the inside. Here's Marjanovic, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get. Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
Mavericks trail by 16. Here's Burke. Second chance shot right outside. Now here's Burke, guarded by Jackson. 4 on the clock from deep. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Morris has got 4 rebounds now tonight. On the wing, George. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. George has got 10 points in the game.
Playing at his tempo, his pace, he's been dialed in all night.
A nice shot by Barea.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
And Maxi Kleba is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Williams passes to Shamet. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. He's got 9.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Doncic, and Dallas again with the bucket.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, we saw Marcus Morris lighting it up in the first half. He had 14. Hey.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. We're seeing a tremendous game so far from Marcus Morris.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the 2-guard position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And Doncic gets it to go.
Seems like everyone's taking long threes these days, but Doncic has natural power in those legs, generates range with ease.
And there's the call on Curry. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Leonard. Hard to imagine, but the stats are tremendous as he averages close to 27 points a game. Back to Beverley. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down. Beverley's got his first basket of the night.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
Always up there among the leaders in steals. Leonard gets his team out in transition.
Doncic against Beverley. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
a slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up. And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
From deep, sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Doncic has got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Dallas. George against Doncic. George double teamed, shoots over Doncic, can't hit from the low block.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Doncic, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
JaMychal Green, he's checked in for the Clippers. Williams comes in for George.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. It's good on the putback.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
A beast on the dribble drive. You see Kawhi right there, undeterred by contact.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And the Clippers making a change here. Shamet's checked in, and Dallas also making a switch. White, he's checked in for Doncic. Outside, Green. To the middle, here's Leonard, and then Leonard with the dunk.
Common occurrence for Leonard. Once he makes his way to the rim, Kawhi levels up.
Pass to Curry. Here's Finney Smith with his first shot attempt. There's Porzingis. Here's Finney Smith. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. 5 on the clock. Green with the rebound. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them. No good from Finney Smith. Los Angeles leading by 19. Here's Leonard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
As crafty as he is explosive, Kawhi Leonard gets the defender where he wants him. Gets to the line.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Green, and it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. Trey Burke comes in for DeLon Wright. Looking to end his cold spell. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Shamet the pass to Williams. Now here's Shamet. Not a lot of room, and the shot goes down.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Burke kicks to Finney Smith. Outside Curry. Bangs home the trifecta. Curry's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Boy, they have been terrific from beyond here in the second.
The kick out to Williams. Back to Leonard. Lets the 3 fly. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got 3 assists in the game. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, they've got Curry. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Over in the corner, Williams. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Jackson finds Leonard. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And fan heckling that crosses the line, Smitty. You saw the Utah Jazz ban someone for life. How can the NBA do a better job of protecting the plate?
Well, Kevin, first of all, I think each organization, let's take our hat off to the Utah Jazz. They acted swiftly and quickly, and I love what they did. They banned the fan for life, and I think you got to hit more of that. And also, I think, as far as the NBA and also along with these teams, have some kind of pregame or, like you said, before the season start, just to reinforcing and stating the rules.
Here's Doncic. The three-pointer, no good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
It's Curry outside, sinks the triple.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Jackson dishes to George. Basket number 8 is all good. He has attempted 12 shots.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Finney Smith passes to Doncic. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
On the wing, Doncic. Stolen by George. Morris kicks to George. Shoots over Doncic. Here's Morris. It's good for the 7th time this game. He shot 7. He has made 7.
Yeah, and you'd like to see more of this from Marcus. Attack that offensive glass and generate some points outside of those set plays. And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
The drive by Jackson. That one goes in.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
The Mavericks have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Zubac the pass to Williams. Shoots over Curry. Again, Los Angeles. Dallas has gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. And Doncic gets it to go.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
When you're raining threes, you can stack up points in a hurry, but it can go the other way as well.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Out left to the wing. Finney Smith passes to Porzingis. Zubac against Doncic. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Morris has got 6 rebounds in the game. Back to Williams. And the layup's good off the glass. Williams has got 6 here in this quarter.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Los Angeles.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Leonard.
Active hands tonight. He may have gambled a bit, but sometimes you have to take chances to make plays, and he did that tonight.
Just 2 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist is checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Justin Jackson comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Lee's checked in for Seth Curry. And Barea subbed in for Luka Doncic. Barea, that's a two-pointer. Offensive rebound. Porzingis on the follow.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Mann passes to Williams. 17 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Jacks up a three. Patterson controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Clippers lead by 21.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer. It was Doris Burke from 2K.
Up next, we welcome you to Noche and Beyond here on 2K Sport. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Take a look at the Mavericks. They're in 7th and looking to hold on to that seed for the playoffs. And checking out Portland, 2 spots down.
Yeah, and when you look at Portland, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're disappointed in that. I mean, they were hoping to take that next step.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. And it's Anthony in at the 3. And for Dallas, we've got Doncic. Also Seth Curry out there. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the power forward position. Collins, good. Great rebounding teams tonight here, Chris. You averaged 13 rebounds a game one season. A lot of seasons like that, actually. What's the key to controlling the glass the right way?
You know what? It's just 2 things. Desire and effort. You can go with the techniques of boxing out. You can go with the techniques of face guarding. You can communicate. You can do a lot of things. But when it comes down to it, a lot of times it's who just wants that ball more.
I love that. Desire and effort. That's a good answer. Portland with the ball after the Mavericks pick up 3. Lays it up off the glass. Collins has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Strong buckets like this help energize guys. I mean, Collins looking like no one can hold him now.
Here's Doncic. Rebound by Nurkic. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Oh, McCollum in position. Lillard outside for 3. No good that time. And it's Dallas the other way. Porzingis passes to Curry. Outside Hardaway. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Buries the long-range jumper.
And he can play the long-range game, the mid-range game. He takes it to the rack. Doncic is a versatile 3-level scorer.
Porzingis against Nurkic. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Collins. Nurkic trying to get open. Collins, good. Collins has got 6.
Impressive handles from the young forward. Okay. Occasionally, Collins capable of surprising you with some tricky moves.
Doncic against Lillard. Doncic dishes to Curry. A 3-ball. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
Boy, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
It's McCollum with the drive. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Porzingis with the steal, and here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. 6 feet out and off the glass. That one's good.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish.
McCollum outside. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Lillard misses.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Finney-Smith kicks to Doncic. Here's Porzingis. It's Curry outside. Up again. It's good on the putback.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass to the tip.
Curry against McCollum. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And look, a tough rookie season for Zach Collins, but boy, he's bounced back.
better in terms of shooting, showing why he was taken in the top 10 back in 2017.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks.
I mean, although he's young, Collins has already proven to be very polished. I mean, it'll be fascinating to watch this guy continue to develop.
Here's Kleba. He's guarded by Collins. Here's Marjanovic. And he banks in the layup.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. Trailing by 2. Passes it to Collins. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Now here's Little. Guarded by Wright. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
All the officials are all over that one.
The Trailblazers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. That one misses. Correa surveying the floor. The kick out to Wright. They get the rebound. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking and the game continues.
And so the first quarter is in the books. It's Dallas up 4. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And guys, what's your take on the Mavericks so far?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
Credit to coaching, GM. Some guys wouldn't have made those substitutions in the first quarter. Now it's paying off.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, Hezonja at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Simons in at the 1 spot.
Oh, he can be sneaky good from deep sometimes. I mean, when he gets clean looks, he's got the ability to do some damage out there.
Correa, the pass to Burke. Here's the pass to Marjanovic. Back to Burke. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Looking at Portland, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Grizzlies. Inside. Whiteside, the pass to Simons. Pass to Little. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. You played for a lot of different coaches in your career, Chris. I'm sure you saw characteristics that you like in a head coach with all the different people you played for.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely want coaches that challenge you, that want to make you better, that helps with the team chemistry. But I would say, number one, you want a coach that understands they are such a good coach that their job is to infuse you with as much information during practice, and then come game time, they trust you to go out and do your thing. They don't micromanage during the big games. They say, wait a minute, we put in enough practice time, you know what we should do, now go out there and execute. The ones that trust you, you got to love.
Right.
That's a jump ball.
And it's the Mavericks with the ball. And Wright kicks to Marjanovic. Back to Wright. Trying to find Marjanovic. Gets it over to him. Dallas again missing. Portland leading. He lobs it up and finished off by Hezonja.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Now here's Barea. D right on him. Pass to Marjanovic. Now Barea. No points in the game yet for him. Kleber with the bucket.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
Here's Simons. He kicks to Little. From deep three-point range. He doesn't hit that one. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game will conclude a three-game homestand. Portland's gone 2 or 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Burke looking over the floor. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The three-pointer is right on target. Burke's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, Greg, it's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
And I'm not sure I've seen a game with more lead changes this early.
1:10 left here in the second. High post try. They get it back.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Here's Azania. Open and close and nails it. Azania's got 12.
I mean, it took him a long time to get into the flow of the game, but the points are starting to come for him now.
Here's Burke. Score of the basket is third after 5 shots.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Lasagna, the pass to Whiteside. And Maxi Kleber is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Doncic against Lillard. And Doncic, here we go. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
In Europe, Doncic spent a lot of time as a primary ball handler. You see the craftiness there in terms of drawing fouls.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Mavericks with the rebound. Finney-Smith's got 4 rebounds now tonight. The Mavericks have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
He hits both from the stripe. There's 10 seconds left in the second quarter. Lillard surveying the D. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
Now they're going to switch the call. There is no doubt in looking at the replay that he got it off in time. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the competitive. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point lead. And that...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. It's a one-point game.
And the Blazers, one of the best offenses in the league. I mean, their guards can make most any shot. And they've got some glass eaters to chase down any misses.
They've got Porzingis. Curry is out there with Doncic. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 4 spot. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And the Blazers rely on their guards in McCollum and Lillard to generate, Chris, a lot of their offense.
You're sometimes right, Kevin, and it can even be to a fault at times. I mean, they need more offense from their front court. Guys who can pound the ball inside and generate some easy offense around the rim.
Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
That's tipped. Collins passes to Lillard. Out to the right wing. Deep 2 from Anthony. And it's off the back rim. No good.
With the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jump.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Offensive rebound.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game. The Mavericks trailer. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Here's Doncic. Collins grabs the miss. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Lillard attacking, and the shot is good. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
You can't give any lane to the basket. Once Lillard sees it, he jumps all over.
Outside Hardaway. Passes it to Doncic. From the stripe. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 8 rebounds in this game.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
And the 10th pick in 2017 out of Gonzaga. Zach Collins figures to be an important piece moving forward.
Well, just a huge demand for rim protectors who can also space the floor. But this 9'3" standing reach? Are you kidding me? He's a presence inside.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's DeLon Wright in for Curry. Whiteside's checked in for the Trailblazers. Lillard dishes to Carmelo. And it's McCollum in the corner. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Doncic. And here are the Mavericks now. Hardaway passes to Porzingis. Back to Hardaway. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Portland's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Here's Nurkic. It's rebounded by Dallas. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Hardaway with it. Now Anthony defending, and they take the lead.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
McCollum against Wright. McCollum kicks to Nurkic. Back to McCollum. Shot clock at 5. Over Wright. That misses off the back rim.
They know they can't give him that shot. The D's all over it, not even giving him an inch of space.
Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis.
The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set them up.
Trailblazers trail by 4.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. Some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. And Doncic, here we go. And good that time. Doncic has got the lead up to 4 now for the Mavs. To the paint. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. It's Hardaway, that time on the assist by Wright. And it's 6 points for Tim Hardaway.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Lillard dishes to Carmelo. McCollum left side. Kleber with the rebound. Hardaway goes in. Off target at the rim. And so it's Dallas with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And thanks to their outstanding defense, the impact Damian Lillard has had on this game has been minimal. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the floor for Portland. Whiteside is out there with Collins. Then it's Anthony, and it's Trent in at the 2-guard spot. Outside Anthony. Fires for 3. They grab their own miss. Whiteside kicks to Anthony. And the pass to Simons. Second shot opportunity. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Anthony. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Such opportunistic basketball right there, and that's when they desperately needed it.
Curry finds Marjanovic. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And now here's the upcoming schedule for the Dallas Mavericks. On Saturday, it'll be the Phoenix Suns coming into town. And then on Monday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And for that game against the Trailblazers, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge. You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Trey Burks checked in for the Mavericks. Doncic outside. Mr. Porzingis. Stolen by Collins. Here's Trent, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Oh, you're right. And I love the opportunistic approach. These kinds of hustle plays can be game-changing.
Curry passes to Porzingis. Kicks to Burke. Back to Porzingis. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Simons, guarded by Doncic. Now, here's Whiteside. He dishes it to Anthony. Clock at 6 to take the lead. Burke grabs the miss. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the 4th.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Here's Simons, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Makes it, and the next one could tie it up. And the Mavericks making a change here. Hardaway's checked in, and Portland with a change here too. McCollum's checked in. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Doncic passes to Porzingis. It's Curry with the drive. Hardaway kicks to Doncic. Dallas moving the ball around. Launches a 3. Portland grabs the miss. Whiteside's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Anthony against Hardaway. McCollum outside. Back to Anthony to take the lead. The offensive rebound, Collins. McCollum outside. Dishes to Whiteside. Shoots over Doncic. Whiteside, good. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you just want to keep fighting, do your best, and you live with the result.
And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Nurkic checked in for Portland. Damian Lillard comes in for Anthony Simons. To stop the run. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter.
That's why you give Lillard the rock. When it's an important possession, you know he's going to rise to the occasion.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. And Doncic, here we go. Outside Curry. Pass to Doncic. Yep, it counts.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
And Lillard gets to Anthony. There's a minute left in the fourth quarter of this one. Lillard way outside. It's money from deep.
Clutch is Lillard's middle name. Time and time again. This guy comes through for his squad.
Passes to Porzingis. A shot. Great D that time from Nurkic. But oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
But GA, this is no let-up. You know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
It's McCollum on the wing. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
And it was going back and forth there for a while, but now starting to just stretch out that lead a bit. They're definitely looking like the better team.
On the wing, Doncic. Curry. Good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Lillard outside. Goes up on the wing. Good. And so it's Portland winning this one. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to...
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right now.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end it.
I feel it. I feel it.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparation. Got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Green.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped
over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Green is out there with Wiggins, and it's Chris in at the center filling out the middle. And for Dallas, Luka Doncic out there with Seth Curry. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And there's Porzingis, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 4 slot. And here are the Mavericks now. And Greg, as many expected, Porzingis getting a huge deal from Dallas to keep him a Mav for a long time.
Mavs feel he can be better than he was before the injury. Love the idea of pairing him long-term with Doncic. Sign him to a lengthy and sizable deal to be the core of their future.
Man, I have great appreciation for the IQ of Stephen Curry. I mean, once the ball hits his hands, guys, you know he's thinking about letting it go.
Now here's Curry. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. He's now 2 for 3 with that miss.
Well, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again.
And it's Green missing.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Curry kicks to Doncic. The high post shot. Warriors with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And it's Chris in the corner. Outside, Green. Thompson inside the line. It's rebounded by Doncic.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 fall.
Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Well, the main weapon in Doncic's attack, he really excels at finding lanes and then taking advantage of them.
For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. Take a look at the Mavericks. Right now, if the playoffs started, they would have the 7th seed. And, of course, there's the Warriors. Right now, quite a ways down below.
And, you know, for the Mavericks, seeing them where they are now, it's easy to forget just how awful they were a season ago. This is a team that's made major strides to lift themselves into the middle of the pack.
Oh, I tell you what, it's been a grit and grind effort for them. They know how to win, and that's not something you could say about them last year.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Clark, you were so prolific in so many areas of the game. Which part of basketball came the easiest for you?
I think the rebounding piece. I always had a knack for sniffing out missed shots and had the size and timing and hands to chase down rebounds, but that was probably the strength of my game and the most unique part of it at an early age. And then the ball handling. My dad was 6'4" in the 50s, which meant you pretty much played inside, and he drummed into my head and my heart. Make sure you can handle that ball. So from the time I started playing, I was dribbling and making sure I could handle it, and it served me well during my playing career.
And he's an assassin from long range. With his size and quick release, coupled with the consistency, Thompson is a very hard man to guard beyond the arc.
Left side, Curry. From deep. They get it back. Out to Doncic. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
Green passes to Thompson. Chris up top, guarded by Doncic. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Thompson from long range. And another 3 for Golden State.
Gotta love the smooth shooting stroke of Thompson. Outstanding at shooting as soon as he catches the ball.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Chris with the rebound.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
They need this. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Thompson misses. Shoots. And Finney-Smith gets it to go.
Well, Zingis has no problem giving the ball up. This is just the kind of unselfishness you like to see.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. He notched. One of the most demonstrative players in the game, Draymond Green speaks about the importance of passion and effort on defense.
That's all defense is. It is effort.
And he should know, a former Defensive Player of the Year.
You know, he just takes pride in being their anchor defensively. And if he's not seeing that effort, he's going to let you know about it.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vámonos. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
They've got J.J. Barea. Also, Burke out there. Marjanovic is out there with Wright. And it's Kleba in at the 4. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Curry on the wing. Burke covering. Curry gets the bucket.
Boy, Curry's so quick, so crafty. I mean, his combination of craftiness and quickness, really hard to contain.
One thing about Curry you have to admire, Greg, he never wants the spotlight to himself, even as a leader of his team. He always wants his teammates to shine as well.
You think back to when Clay was trying to break Curry's three-point record last season. Curry was not only cheering for him, but actively setting him up to make it happen. That camaraderie Curry shows is why his teammates love him.
Here's Pascal. 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent pass.
Here's Burke with the putback. It's good on the putback.
Boy, fighting to keep that play alive. Beautiful tip in there.
Warriors leading by 5. And there's the pass to Pascal. From beyond the arc, connects from three-point range.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
From deep, Barea. The Mavericks rebound. Now Burke. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
Golden State checking in for the Warriors. Smiling
Barea looking over the floor. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Kevin, I've got a lot of respect for the offensive game of J.J. Barea. I mean, this guy picks his spots well and plays within himself. He knows his limitations.
And there's the call on Curry. That's his first foul. Wiggins is checked in for Steph Curry. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Barea, that's a 2-pointer. It's not going to go for him. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Wiggins drives in, lays it up and banks it in. And the Warriors lead by 8.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
On the wing, Marjanovic. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working. You know, guys, the Dallas Mavericks with the longest active sellout streak of any pro basketball team. You can put sellout in quotes because they actually give a lot of tickets away to schools and community service groups to make sure that building is full.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Right, that's a 2-pointer. Warriors with the rebound. You know, Clark, the Mavericks making their games accessible to Dallas fans, much more concerned with the packed house and the revenue at the gate.
Yeah, and I like that philosophy, guys. I mean, building their future fan base. Those fans will be around for a while. Giving young people a chance to become Mavericks fans for life. And you start early, and it pays dividends down the road usually.
Here's Poole, guarded by Barea. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Pass to Poole. 6 to shoot. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Here's Wright. Finished off the break. Wright's got his first points of the game.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Wiggins surveying the floor. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
And there you go. Monster finish. Wiggins aggressive, attacking off the dribble.
Up the floor, and so we conclude the first half. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. What a start it was for Stephen Curry. He had 10 points and 1 assist.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Chris is out there with Draymond Green, and it's Wiggins, and it's small forward. On when you see that step back 3, Clark for Doncic, shades of James Harden, the way he gets that shot off.
And you know what? They say Luka's deceleration, hitting the brakes and stopping suddenly, is top-notch, just like James Harden's. So that's quite a compliment. A lot of that is footwork and balance, but I think his quickness, too, guys, has been a little bit underrated. This guy is a little better athlete than he gets credit for.
Curry kicks to Marjanovic. Singis passes to Doncic. Dallas again missing.
Clearly out of sync to begin this half. 0 for their first 3 attempts.
Good. Wiggins has got the lead up to 11 now for the Warriors.
Able to finish through contact there, Kevin. Wiggins with the broad shoulders and excellent body control. Nicely done.
And that one drops for him. Marjanovic has got 6 points.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
On the wing, Thompson, guarded by Hardaway. Looking to get back on track here, and it's laid up and in by Thompson. He's got 8.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Passes it to Curry. Chris with it. And Chris throws it down hard.
And once Chris gets the position he wants, he is throwing it down with a vengeance.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, you look at Luka Doncic, and the one skepticism scouts had was his athleticism or lack thereof. And I think he's proven that's not necessary to be a great basketball player. And he's only getting better as he works with NBA trainers.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Marjanovic. Looney's checked in for the Warriors. Curry against Curry. Looney passes to Wiggins. Shot clock at 6. Curry looking around. Sinks the three-pointer. And the Warriors lead by 12. And you know, you heard about Doncic. Even if he's a step slow, he's always 2 steps ahead with his mental game.
You know, Kevin, that's a great point. Feel, savvy, experience, know-how. You know, he grew up playing against bigger, stronger guys, and that always serves you well as you go forward. So he understands how to create space and anticipate and feel how to get defenders off balance. I mean, he's just a special young player.
Kicks it out to Wiggins. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Curry. 2 free throws coming up, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. And the dunk by Doncic.
Well, showing you some power there, fellas. I mean, nice to see Doncic get up and drop it in with force that time.
Curry passes to Looney. Thompson right side. A three-pointer off the mark.
He hit a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here.
Curry's shot is good.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
.55 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Nailed from three-point land.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Dallas moving the ball around. There's the dish to Doncic. From deep three-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some. Doncic has got 9 points now in the quarter.
Boy, Doncic showing you his competitiveness right there with the back-at-you 3. The revenge triple.
Nice shot by Thompson.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for Dallas. 6-point game. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was 1 step late that time, Greg.
For Dallas, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
You know, early on, Doncic has proven to be a leader. I mean, this guy is somebody that can shoulder the offense and take and make big shots for his team.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
Back to Looney. To the left wing. Curry wide open. Solid as a rock from 20 feet away. Curry's got 15.
Boy, Curry is so creative and efficient, and when he gets hot and gets going, he rains down points and baskets on the defense.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. DeJuan Wright is out there with Burke, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
And Curry certainly is clever and crafty. Trickery is part of his arsenal when he gets inside. I mean, I like seeing him do his thing close to the basket.
Here's Pascal. Thompson inside the line, and it's Golden State with another.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
Burke, the pass to Wright. Back to Burke. The tray. Good on the three-point shot.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from three-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
It's Curry outside. It's hauled in by Porzingis.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks. Then on Monday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors.
You know, it might sound cliche, but a road trip like this one is a great time for this team to build chemistry on and off the court. Chemistry absolutely matters in the NBA, and these are the kinds of opportunities teams need to build it.
Hardaway's checked in for the Mavericks. Green finds Curry. Back to Green. Pass to Curry. Just 4 to shoot. It's rebounded by Dallas. Here's Kleba. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's his first.
Boy, you look at Maximilian Kleber, the German native. I mean, this guy's a very capable shooter, but it's his defense that keeps him on the court. He's 6'11", but has quick feet, which allows him to defend multiple positions.
Dallas making a switch here. Doncic is checked in. Timeout called the Warriors. Mark, you think of European players, it's usually the offensive end where they thrive, but Kleba is a versatile defensive stopper, too.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, this guy can shut you down because he moves his feet. He's strong, really keeps driving lanes from opening up on the perimeter, and his positioning and timing make him a good shot blocker, too.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. He said, I love how we're shooting the basketball. You guys have been locked in from 3. Just keep taking makeable shots. If you don't have it, pass it to the guy who does. Kevin?
Mavericks trail by 6. From deep. Thompson with the rebound.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check. It was maybe a step out of his range.
Ooh, rising and punching it on the young fella. You know he loves having that much of a height advantage. Best chance to get yourself on the highlight reel.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
Up top, Doncic. And another basket for Dallas.
Doncic not afraid of the moment, actually embraces the spotlight. This guy steps up big when needed most.
And it's denied. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. And that one drops. Now just a 2-point Warrior lead.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
Yeah, once Thompson gets going, he is almost impossible to slow down. We're seeing that tonight. Their entire offense is revolving around him, and boy, is he coming through.
And Doncic gets it to go.
Yeah, and such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives with a big shot, and when he's rolling like this, watch out.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Again, the miss by Thompson. For Dallas, they've gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to 1. And it's tied up with that one.
Needed those and got them. Terrific job at the line under pressure.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. A chance now to recognize Here's our Jordan Player of the Game, Klay Thompson.
He deserves a lot of credit, but the D they played on him deserves a little bit of the blame as well. Even when he got hot, they didn't do enough, I don't think, to try and cool him off. And they've been passive when they've needed to be aggressive, and boy, did he make them pay.
And Wiggins able to finish. And the Warriors lead by 2.
Slane and Lane all coming. Wiggins with the confidence to put the team on his back when it matters most.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
Curry dishes to Doncic. Got it! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
Thompson outside. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Porzingis with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. On its way from Curry for 2. The shot, no good. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Here's Doncic. That one, no good.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
The pass to Chris. Over in the corner, Green. 5 to shoot. Chris kicks to Green. Outside Curry. Trifecta!
And Kevin, that 3-ball of Curry deadly. I mean, you feel like it's going in as soon as he lets it go, no matter where, at what angle, or how deep.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
Yeah.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September 4th. All new episodes of NBA 2K TV and
A stunning view of the moon. And it sure is fun to watch, DA. Thank you. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Morris.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Beverly in at the point. And for the Mavericks, they've got Curry. He's out there with Luka Doncic. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Porzingis. And it's Finney Smith in at the 4-man position.
Yeah, and how about the stick-to-itiveness on that possession? Stayed with it, didn't give up until the ball was in the basket.
Leonard the pass to George. Here's Beverly. The shot's good on the assist by George. A lot of great rebounders tonight, Brent, which brings up a question these days. Why do fewer players seem to be blocking out when rebounding?
Well, there's less and less opportunity to get the type of rebounds, Kevin, that we've seen typically through the years that are in the paint. How many times are these guys shooting field goal attempts from so far out that the ricochet off the rim is allowing these rebounds to get to what we call the moon,
right
around the free throw line and that dotted line from the free throw line. So guards and wings swooping in to pick up non-traditional boxed out rebounds.
Team rebounding.
Team rebounding is a huge aspect of any good team. Offensive rebounding has gone away.
And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, you'd like to push Paul George out of the paint if possible. Goes into his bag of tricks to score that time.
And a deep three from Curry. The Clippers grab the miss. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
And the interesting part was they kept firing away in that game, but the defense didn't make much of an adjustment.
And the Mavericks with possession here. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles, and it's George finishing it off.
Paul George rising up. Nice to see a little bit of that return to the younger days from PG.
Doncic, the long-distance three is buried.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Morris dishes to George. From the right block, the shot is good. George has got 6.
Shooting 4 of 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel-good.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Here's Doncic. Again, the Mavericks score.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Leonard.
Well, when you get into a system, your first system in the league, where you share the ball, Kawhi Leonard keeping his head up and finding the open man.
Porzingis can't hit.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
And Brent, as you know, there aren't many players that can set a tone for a team, but Patrick Beverly is one of them.
And Patrick Beverly always embraces that role about setting the tone defensively on an opposing team's point guard, making sure that tonight, if you're going to beat the team that Pat Beverly plays on, you're going to have to go through that.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dallas.
And what sets Lou Williams apart right now is his confidence. This guy is a gunner who comes in and believes that he's going to score. He often does.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Wright comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Trey Burke subbed in for Luka Doncic. Now here's Burke. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Kept alive. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort. He just bangs down the one-hander.
2 very easy points right here. 3-pointer. Another 3 for Dallas.
You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot. That's one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Here's Jackson, and that one is good.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And so it's Burke who brings up the ball for Dallas. Trailing by 2. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Green kicks to Jackson. Inside, Williams. It's blocked, and he recovers it and gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line.
Such a difficult cover for any defense. Lou Williams is adept at putting the defense in uneasy situations, backing them up quite a bit.
J.J. Barea is checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Here's Burke, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Burke's got 5 points so far. To the middle, here's Williams. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Barea. Good work defensively by Morris. Clippers leading by 4. Here's Williams. From down in the low post, it goes. 8 points for him.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Great positioning on the putback.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
So good at driving to the rim. Even though he's a little bit older, Williams still with great speed, change of pace, and picks the right angle.
It's been all about Lou Williams for Los Angeles. He got into the...
I got it. Honestly,
we welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. JaMychal Green is out there with Morris. Then there's Landry Shamet. Then it's Williams. And it's Jackson in at the 1. Fires top of the key. Good on that shot. And with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Burke. Green passes to Jackson. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Jackson's got his second basket of the night.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing. And as long as Reggie Jackson is healthy, he's going to give you some punch as a lead guard. Solid scoring option and a guy who's also unselfish in terms of getting his teammates involved.
Here's Barea. Banked in off the glass.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
The shot's good.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Mavericks trail by 8. And for the last half decade, Reggie Jackson has been good for about 15 points a game.
And that is about the consistency you can expect from Jackson. He's always been a talent. The key for him is just staying on the floor.
Here's Williams, and the slam by Williams.
Lou Williams is got it going. Look out.
Burke kicks to Kleba. Burke with it. Jackson on him. Marjanovic passes to Burke. There's the 3. Drains the three-pointer. Burke's got 5 points in the quarter.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse, craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial 6th Man of the Year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Kicks it out to Leonard from downtown. He can't get that one to fall. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Clippers. There's the pass to Leonard. Chalk up 2 there.
The strength in that body that Kawhi has, he finishes through contact as well as anyone in the league.
Doncic feeling it out. Here's Finney-Smith, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. Williams inside, guarded by Curry. And there's Williams. That's good on the assist by Beverly.
Lou Williams still has some nasty handles. I love him busting out some of those tricky moves from time to time. That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
George dishes to Beverly. Kicks to Williams. Zubac the pass to Beverly. Over in the corner, Williams. And Leonard has it in the corner. 4 on the shot clock. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Mavericks trail by 10. Hardaway with a wide-open look. Off target from outside. Right side, Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Back to Leonard. Zubac against Porzingis. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That straight line drive there from Paul George. You love to see him get in that attack mode. Let's see if he can cash in now at the line.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Curry outside. And that one is off. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Zubac the pass to George. And George with the stuff.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
I hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Doncic against Beverly. Releases. Doncic, no good.
Yeah, still trying to calibrate right now because he had 1 3 in the first quarter, but nothing since.
Zubac, and the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Porzingis kicks to Curry. From deep three-point range. No good on that one.
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. The Clippers on top. They lead by 18. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our Lou Williams has been having a big night. He had 20 points and 1 rebound. And that should...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been a clinic out there by Lou Williams.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
They got Porzingis. Seth Curry is out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 4 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. George with no one around. It's rebounded by Doncic.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. Here's Curry. Pop pass to Porzingis. Hardaway with the steal. Trying to find Curry. He's got it now. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. Curry's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Dallas. Outside for George. From deep. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
Clippers leading by 16. Right wing. Zubac's with it. Now guarded by Porzingis. Zubac's, that's good. Brent, if you were building an offensive system from scratch, what would be your favorite style of play?
I would really tend to lean on 3 guards that could handle the basketball, Kevin. Guys who can initiate plays from all over the floor and really look to find players that are smart about playing off the ball. You combine 3 of those guys with the skill set, so one has it and the other 2 are maneuvering around. They're going to cause so much commotion. They're going to cause so many breakdowns defensively within a possession that a multitude of playmaking players, that would be tremendous. And all of those guys,
right? I mean,
yeah, but all those guys too, Kevin, on top of that, we talked about their physical nature and stature. I would want guys that are 6'6", 6'7", and long, because when you get back to the other end, you want them to be able to coordinate and take up enough room defensively to cause some problems. But man, 3 guards, 3 long guards, and this is something that Phil Jackson relied on during the years when they won championships in Chicago. He always looked for long guards. Aside from Jordan and Pippen, there was the Ron Harpers of the world that helped accentuate what they could do on the perimeter.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hardaway. It's getting late in the season. Let's see how the standings are out west. You look at the Clippers. Right now, they've acquired the second-best record in the conference. And, of course, there's the Mavericks, down 5 spots from them.
And, you know, for the Mavericks, there's been such a different feel to them this season. The confidence that was completely absent from last year's squad is back, and they pulled themselves here into contention.
Well, for a team that didn't sniff the postseason last year, you have to wonder how they're going to handle the pressure of being in the playoffs this year. Not to mention the postseason itself, if and when they get there.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Leonard dishes to Jackson. Left block shot on the way. Out to Morris for 3. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. On the Mavericks with some changes. Marjanovic comes in for Porzingis. And Barea subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And then for the Clippers, Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Lou Williams is subbed in for Morris. Good on the bucket.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Back to Williams. Outside for Jackson. Pass to Shamet. Outside, Green. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Shamet. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. 2 points. That one goes. Marjanovic has got 6 points.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
To the inside. Leonard with the steal. Here's Jackson, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points. This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Mavericks trail by 18. Marjanovic finds Doncic. Back to Marjanovic. Here's Kleba. Great D that time from Leonard.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Jackson misses.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
And so confident. Even amongst the trees, Doncic is fantastic at forcing the issue close to the rim.
That free throw good from Doncic. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Dallas. Burke comes in for J.J. Barea. George is checked in for Los Angeles. Patrick Beverly comes in for Jackson. Leonard the pass to George. Back to Leonard. From deep. And Patrick Beverly good for 3. Beverly's got his second bucket tonight.
Able to stretch the floor with that three-point shot. Beverly looking to capitalize from the perimeter as often as possible.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Marjanovic kicks to Finney-Smith. And the three ball is good. Finney-Smith's got 9. And here is Williams. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
And it's just encouraging to see Luka step up on defense. Must continue to.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. We've got more in store for you right after this. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the 4th quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. The 2 stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. And it's Green in at the center position. Count it.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
I don't think he sees any kind of defense when he's at that range. It doesn't matter who's guarding.
Clippers moving the ball around. Pass to George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 4 assists now tonight.
Yeah, Paul George ready to shoot as soon as he caught it. Quick release there.
And Doncic is right there.
Second chance points have really been an issue here defensively.
And that one's good, George. And the Clippers lead by 14.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
On the wing, Doncic. That 3 off the mark.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
From 6 away, George. It's rebounded by Dallas. Finney-Smith's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Doncic, no good. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Dallas making a switch here. Porzingis is checked in, and the Clippers with a change here too. Morris is checked in for Lou Williams. Here's Curry. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Kawhi Leonard. At the number of trades now starting to involve stars. Feels like the league's power balance is always shifting to some degree.
Yeah, and I think organizations that are trying to stay ahead of the trend, Kevin, might think about, we might have a star for just 2 years. How can we get the next one? Backside of that, Kevin, is a lot of these star players are signing deals that are not extending to 4, 5, 6 years. You can't even do that anymore. So you get a guy for a couple years. What he wants to do is maximize his earning potential for 1 or 2 seasons, become a free agent again, and then look around the league where opportunities not only to win, but to also cash in. That's what's happening in today's game.
Just 5 to shoot. Shoots it up. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound in this one. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Down low. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. On its way from Curry for 2. Dallas, no good that time either.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
And not a next-level athlete, but Morris has the ability to face up and beat his man off the dribble.
And Seth Curry gets the 3. Curry's got 9 points here in the second half.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big-time mistake.
And there's the call on Curry. That's foul number 2 for him. The alley-oop. Curry knocks it away. But they'll get another chance. No good from Zubac.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up, and you can't knock it down.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Leonard on the wing. Zubats against Hardaway. Everly with the ball. 5 on the clock. Lets the 3 fly. And Curry pulls it down. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Dallas Mavericks. It's a 13-point game. And Doncic gets it to go.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Trains it from beyond the arc. And the Clippers lead by 14.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Clippers.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Paul George.
And guys, I just felt he was tremendous tonight. His energy infected his teammates. And the wrecking ball on both ends.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And Porzingis, here we go. And the dunk by Porzingis.
How about Kristaps taking a little something out on that rim?
Here's Beverly. Shoots the 3. Off on that one. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They came in here and took care. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.